Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another Red Talk, bro. Another day, another
Yeah.
bozo decision by this manager, bro. Saeed, what's going on,
Mm.
brother?
Broski, it's cold out here, man. You know what I'm saying to you, but we all good, man. But this manager is a bit of a mad one. He's a loose cannon, man. You know what I'm saying to you, bro? There's something going on with this brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, goes from his best player last year to now, all of a sudden, training on his own, man. Like, it is people don't understand how degrading and devaluing and how disrespectful that is if you're a footballer to train on
Mm.
your own, innit? You feel me? When the player clearly is fit, it's just apparently he's not injured. So what's the issue? He's been ill 5 weeks. He kept saying, "Oh, he's ill," and then now he's saying he's not injured. Broski, I don't know what this guy is, man. He confuses me. He waffles.
I don't
And
think he. I don't
Broski,
think he. I don't think he was ill for very long. I think he was ill for
bro,
maybe
we
one
don't know
week or
anything.
something like that. If he was ill at all, innit? And you know what it is, yeah. The reason why I know this
Yeah,
manager's taking the piss is because Martial's whole time at Manchester United. No, bro, he's never been out of shape, bro. He's been injured, but bro, every time you see
yeah,
Anthony Martial, he's fit to play, bruv. There's
yeah.
no player, probably since he signed for the club, yeah, that Anthony Martial will be injured. As soon as he's fit, he's back in the starting 11. Like, he's not a player that needs to play himself back into fitness. You know, sometimes there's players and you're like, you know what, they need a few games to kind of get up to match speed.
Yeah.
Martial goes from out for 6 months or out for 3 months straight into the team, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, I remember that City performance like it was yesterday. The brother never trained all week.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't train all
Trust
week
me.
and just
Yeah,
turned
yeah.
up and was tearing City apart, bro. So he's a brother.
Mm,
His base level of fitness is always there. So for a manager to
mm.
say he's not fit, yeah, is a straight up lie. Especially considering the manager's not looking to start him anyway. So you're telling me he's not fit enough to play 15, 20 minutes off the bench?
15, 20 minutes when you've got one striker at the football club, bro. But yet he's creating this mad problems for himself. Listen, he's got this guy's got a big ego, man. And you know what it is? I feel like this is only because he's under pressure, man. He's under pressure right now. He's making all his daft decisions, you get me?
Mm.
Because last year everything was rosy. Now he's got a chip on his shoulder and now he's starting to dictate things and whatnot. I don't get it. People say, "Oh, but didn't you want this, broski?" Like the fact that he's falling out with all these players
Mm.
and nobody's questioning this. Nobody's saying, "Hold on a minute, can we not question this guy's man management skills?" For me, his man management skills are shocking, man. Like this guy cannot handle egos, man. We've seen this pattern before, and you know what it is? Maybe that's full to me because there was a lot of things that happened behind the scenes beforehand in Ajax. I was like, nah, that's Ajax in it. Like that's how
Mm.
they control players and young players. Broski, now it's happening here. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it as well. And the way he's still with Martial now, telling to train on his own, I don't really agree with that. Especially when you got problems right now to score goals. You got problem as it is already. You've just dealt with the Sancho situation wrong. Like, what more do you need? You did the Rants situation you had there, Casemiro. Like, how many more things do you need before you got to look at yourself and think, hold on a minute, you know what? I don't really get along with these players in the way I should do, or at least manage them in the way they should be managed, bro. You get me? Like, if you're gonna say it, just say, yo, I want you sold, leave the football club. Like, say it in the right way, innit? But the fact that he's doing this right now just to kind of usher him out, I think it's a bit low for me, man. So, yeah, bro, this guy, I don't know, man. Another situation with Sancho, literally another one, training on
Mm.
his own. Like, why don't Shaw train on his own? Why don't Maguire train on his own? Why don't all them players train on his own? I don't
But this is
understand it.
the thing, though.
Shaw has been injured less than Martial.
He's been
Sorry,
injured
more
more
than
than
Martial.
Martial, yeah.
Yeah, Martial.
And he is notoriously unfit, bruv. Like physically as well.
Bro,
Like that guy struggles to play a 90-minute game of football. And you could tell when Luke Shaw's tired because he gets that stupid yellow card. Like every game.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
Every game after about 55 minutes, bruv, he's gonna get a silly yellow card when he can't be bothered to track back no more and he'll just pull down a player. He's been doing that. He's never been fit enough, yeah, to get up and down that line for 90 minutes, bro. Probably not in the last
Bro,
decade.
he said to Ten Hag, I'm not ready to play the game. Ten Hag thought he was ready. So Ten
Mm.
Hag, in his eyes, yeah, thought Luke Shaw was ready. Before kickoff, he says, yo, I don't think I'm ready, yo. Broski. That's what I'm saying. The energy is different from Martial. You man don't have the same energy. Simple. If you're gonna keep the same energy and say, "Yo, you need to go, you need to go," but for some reason, Luke Shaw gets his favouritism that I just don't get. Well, we do know why we get it. You know what I'm saying to you? But
Mm.
like for me, it's like have the same energy, bro. Simple. Have the same energy. Varane's been less injured than Shaw, but
Yeah.
again, everyone labels Varane injury prone this season. He's been available. Bro, it's shocking, man. And like I said to you, this is why when I look at it here, when the fan base have this energy for Martial, don't get me wrong, if you want him sold, that's cool. But based on facts, Martial
Mm.
this statistically has been more available than any other season. You know that?
Yeah.
More than any
Yeah.
other season has been available.
It's
It's
true, bro.
crazy.
No, it doesn't even make sense, my guys. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you run up the likes. Any team want
Come on.
Martial. Inter Milan want Martial, bro, and
Yeah,
obviously they got the manager that HAG wants as well. They've been playing some
yeah.
decent football. It's one of them ones where I'll be real. Like someone in the chat saying that they want to sell him before the end of his contract, but I don't think so, bro. There was rumors that the club wanted to give him a contract extension. The thing is with Anthony Martial, what people need to realize is we've had him for so long. He's paid his fee already. So not only are we
Yeah.
not going to get loads of money for him, but it's like, look at the market. Look at the market. There's nothing out there. Like if you sell
Nah,
Martial,
man.
you're going to buy a player that's not better than him, yeah, for about 55, 60 million. Like all this, the
Mm.
Garassi you and all the guys that everyone's getting linked with. These
Nah,
guys are
nah, nah,
costing
man.
50 odd million and they're not better than Tony. Like this is the
Nah, nah.
market. Whether you like it or not, this is the market, bro. It's the
Terrible
market. It makes
market.
no sense.
No, terrible, terrible market. That's why for me, 6 months into the season, and if you want to move him on, you move him on. There's no listen right now. It's crazy, bro. Everyone's fighting over Benzema, Chelsea, Arsenal. You get me? You've got Garaski, who apparently his release clause is if you don't buy him at a certain point in January, it goes away. You know what I mean? But again, you don't know how the German league can you know what I mean? Similar to the Premier League and whatnot. So, Broski, like for me, we're not even scoring goals here. There was a point in the season where I think everybody was asking for Martial to start games because Hoyland weren't scoring goals or Hoyland weren't showing the principles that needed to be a number 9. And I feel like still that's the case. Like Martial can still play a role to the end of the season. But yet, similar to the Ronaldo situation, he's just for some reason like I know Ronaldo said what he had to say, but Broski, you only had one striker at that point. And that was Martial, and
Yeah.
then you brought in Weghorst. You know what I mean, bro? But at the same time, you only had one striker. Like this brother, he gets a bit animated. I don't know, maybe someone talks back to him and says, "Yo, I'm fit, boss. I'm ready to play." And then he says, "Nah, you're not fit." What do you mean? I know my body more than you. What do you mean? Like, do you get it? Like, if you know your body more than a manager, you say, "Right, boss, I'm ready to train." And then he says to you, "Nah, you know what? Nah, stay on the sidelines and you train on your own." What's that gonna do for your confidence? When you get
Yeah.
that player back to the first team, is he going to perform for you? Well, it's not, is he? So the management skills of this manager is honestly, and listen, you know what it is, yeah? People need to stop thinking about just Martial only. Watch when we get other players come to the football club. Are you going to see the same level of management? No, we're not. We're not. And that is a problem for Man United. The manager cannot handle egos. He can't handle pressure. And ultimately, that is a problem. Whether you like the player or not, look at the principle. Can he manage players? He can't. The evidence has been shown there. He
Yeah,
can't
facts.
handle players.
100%. And the thing is, yeah, big up my man for the super chat saying Ten Hag said to us, Martial was his number 9 last year. He just wasn't available. Now he's fit. He's exiled. I'm confused. And that's the funny thing because you know what it is, yeah? We're playing a different style of football this year. We're playing a lot more counter-attacking, less possession based than last year. Even though we weren't really possession based last year, but we were a bit more compact and we tried to build up a bit more with Eriksen and Casemiro. Now it's just direct hoof the ball up to the attackers and just try and use the pace thing. And maybe he thinks Martial doesn't suit that. But the point is, yeah, you have to have a plan B and a plan C in that. It's like when the plan A doesn't work for us, we've got nothing, bro. Like what is
nothing.
we put Rashford down the middle,
Rashford up front, yeah.
or we just
Dead,
bring
dead, dead.
Anthony on or whatever. Like the whole thing's an absolute joke, bro. And it's like the way he discards of players, yeah, is the reason why he'll never be a top manager because he went from Pelistri flavor of the month out the club, Hannibal flavor of the month out the club.
Yeah.
Amad Diallo had a little cameo, played really well. now he's trying to send Ahmad out, but Ahmad's pretty much digging his heels in, saying he don't want to leave. So
No, don't want to leave.
they're trying to get him out on loan, but he's like, nah, fuck it. And I rate that because he believes in himself. He knows he's the best attacker at the club right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So why would he leave? So Ahmad's like, nah, I'm not leaving. And it's one of them ones where, why are you trying to force out Ahmad when we don't have bodies in that position anyway? Like, literally, we're playing every game with 3 attackers, bro. And you're trying to get rid of Ahmad. Why?
Broski, I don't know. You get me? This is just a problem now. We have got probably the worst attack that I've seen in a long while at Man United. Like, for us to be losing players at this minute, like I said, it don't solve any problems for me. And I feel like for me, when you look at the rhythm and the lack of technical players up front as well, it's scary, man. You know what I mean? We've got to have some sort of technical ability up front, and we don't have that. At least in Martial, you've got a different option. You know what I mean? Whether you think it's a long-term, solution for Man United, that's again irrelevant for now. For these next 6 months, you need to keep your players. It's simple. Keep the players that you have right now. Keep everyone on your side. Get to whatever target that you're going to get to, you know what I mean, while you're here. And stop creating problems for yourself. And I feel like for me, I don't know, it's an ego thing for him. He's like, yo, but I'm the boss. And everybody knows you're the boss. Everyone knows you're the manager. But still, you have to manage these players. You have to tell them, yo, listen, what's going on? Like, how's your injury going? Da, 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 da. If he comes back from an illness, that's something big. You think a player wants to be ill? You think a player naturally wants to be on the sidelines ill? They want to be out there as quickly as possible. So when they do come out quickly as possible, how then are you saying when you are away from the squad that you should be rehabilitating in a certain way? Like, what if he is doing that? What if he is training in a certain way, but it's not recorded or whatever? So I don't know, man. I just think for me, the whole situation right now, I just feel like it's a mess, bro. This manager doesn't help himself, man. It really, really does not help himself. And you get me. This is the downfall of Ten Hag, man. And you think players are not seeing this? You think Martial's not a big character in the dressing room, bro? He's
of course,
a big character,
he's been there for ages.
Come on, man.
And you got to think,
come on, bro.
Now, like man's saying, bro, listen, Rashford's lost Mason, he's lost Sancho, and now he's lost Martial, bruv. All these guys, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Malacia is the only one that's still in the squad out of his close friends, yeah. And bro, like, you can't tell me that this player, he's on the edge of completely down in tools, blood. I could see it already. I could see it. He's on the cusp of just down in tools completely, and then we're gonna have no one, blood. Because what you're seeing from this manager is just pure insecurity, bro. Because you see, when you're in charge, you ain't got to tell people you're in charge. You ain't got to tell people. People just know. The fact that he's doing, everything in his power to make it look like he's got things under control, that tells you that he doesn't.
Yeah, that power trip in it, you know what I mean? When you know what I mean, you're under pressure and that, but you've got to let people know in the fan base. You know what it is here for me? Because this for the people that are Ten Hag in, it's like now it's something to back to beat with the Ten Hag out, isn't it? Say, yo, look, we got a manager who's authoritarian, who's you know what I mean, who's showing discipline. You know, why don't you want that? You know what I mean? Sometimes when you don't have results, you then control things that, you know what I mean, like that might win people over. Excuse me. Like, it might win people over, but like, you know what? As much as Ten Hag is bad, he's getting rid of the players that, you know what I mean, have been bad for so many years. Like, that's a good thing. You know, and bro, that's what you got to do. That's survival. That's survival instincts. And that's what the manager's doing right now. He believes, you know what? If I get rid of these egos here right now and I let them know, maybe in the media, I might be portrayed as this kind of, you know what? This is what's needed to take Man United forward. Broski, your results on the pitch are what going to take Man United forward. Not this power trip that you're doing behind the scenes and whatnot. What happens on the football pitch is there to see. It's black and white, mate. So how about you sort that out, instead of sorting out all these little dressing room egos and whatnot. Get the players on side, mate, because clearly when they're on the football pitch, they're not on your side because they're not showing any performances. Clearly it's yo-yoing. So clearly we have a manager who's either clueless.
Because if it was an ego thing, you don't make Bruno your captain. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where he just clearly bro, it looks like he just don't like certain man and he's just trying to force them out. You know, like that. That's just what it is. Because Tony, bro, he's never fallen out with any managers at this club. Like, never.
Yeah.
Like, it's never
Yeah.
happened, bro. Like, even when Jose tried to bad him up, took his shirt from him, all of that, bro, he kept quiet, bro.
Yeah.
He just
No.
kept his head down
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
came on and he was still scoring goals. He wasn't complaining. He wasn't sulking. He wasn't doing one of them.
Mm.
He's not the kind of player to that disrupt things like throwing gloves and kicking bottles and that. Like, he's not that kind of player. Like, he's never been that kind of player. So I'm not really gonna have it that there's some sort of attitude problem with him. There isn't. There never has been. And he's been one of the worst treated players at this club for a long time, because it's one of them ones where no player has been passed over more than him, bro. He's been disrespected
Yeah.
multiple times. The Alexis signing, we didn't need Alexis Sanchez at the time. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, we did it. We did it. We did
The,
it.
the, the
We did it.
Zlatan thing, yeah, he was our best player, bro. He was our player. I think he got like 3 player of the months or something before we signed Alexis,
Yeah.
and then he got dropped. Do you know what I mean? Zlatan taking his shirt uncalled for, never needed that. Do you know what I'm saying? And then there was a time where they were like, he wanted to play up front.
Cavani, remember?
Cavani
Remember
as well.
Cavani?
He wanted to play up front. They
Yeah.
were saying he can't play up front. He can play on the left. But because Rashford was the favourite, and Jose was like, Martial and Rashford can't play together. So he kept doing the bozo thing, swapping between the two of them. But when they played together, they played well. Martial's always kind of, even though he's the better player, he's always kind of been cast in the shadow of Marcus Rashford, yeah, because Rashford was the homegrown one. Nothing to do with ability. So when you
You know
look
what's
at
mad?
Marcus Rashford, I mean Martial's career at Man United, bro, it's like he's never had a fair go.
Yep. You know what's mad, yeah? You know what's mad, yeah? He hasn't played since that Newcastle game. Remember the Newcastle game
Yep,
where he kept
exactly.
blaming Martial for the not tracking back and not running
Mm,
when clearly it was Rashford that didn't close the space down. I think it
mm,
was Garnacho who then got caught out on that left hand side because they overlapped with Trippier.
yep,
So Broski, I don't know. Like I said to you, man, he came out of that saying, "Yo, like, why are you blaming me for when I did my job?"
yep,
Again, you know what I mean? Certain other players get let off, but him, he actually stands up for himself. Maybe if you stand up for yourself against his manager, he kicks you out. And that's what's the theme is right now. If
yeah.
you
But
put
that's what it is.
yourself up and say, yo, like Varane did it for a little bit, and then guess what happened? He didn't get game time, and then all of a sudden he realized, shit, I need Varane against Bayern Munich, because I need to stay in the competition. And then all of a
Mm,
sudden, you get me, he started he started playing well again and started becoming the best defensive player in the football club, and then he had to play him. You know what I'm trying
yeah.
to say to you? And I feel like it's similar with Martial. When he needed Martial, he then plays him. You know what I mean, bro? Because Hoyland wasn't scoring goals. He put Martial in for Everton. But I
Mm,
don't like that, because at the end of the day, you either believe in your player but then you use him for certain things just to get over the line, or you start playing these players and you start giving them fair opportunities. Because he played well for a couple of games, and even everyone
mm,
was saying here, Martial needs to start now over Hoyland. And then after that, all of a sudden, Hoyland comes back, he drops him. So I feel like this manager did it with Hannibal. Hannibal, yo, you're my guy. Everyone, yo, Hannibal, he's the example. How are you going to say Hannibal's the example for other players and then all of a sudden just drop him like that? Like, I'm not
yeah, because
saying
McTominay
Hannibal's
scored a
great,
couple goals. That's what happened.
but that's what I'm trying to say to you,
McTominay
bro.
scored a couple goals, and all of a sudden you're disposable. This manager ain't got no loyalty to no one,
That's
bro.
crazy,
He's got
Rants,
no loyalty to no one.
That's
It's all
wild.
about who's not going to question him and who can keep him in a job for the longest. That's all it is, because this Martial thing makes no sense. Especially when, yeah, we're a club that's struggling to score goals. Struggling to
Struggling.
score goals, and we don't even have loads of options in those attacking areas. The last thing you want to do is be ostracizing a player that plays in the front three when we don't have players. And then you're trying to send Ahmad out on loan. So what, you're happy with 3 attackers?
Bro, he's happy, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, he's happy. Look at the way he dealt with Donny van der Beek. You know what I mean?
Mm,
My guy said, yo. And you know what's mad about the Donny van der Beek thing? People need to just call it as they see it, bro. Man left him at Ajax and he's had a grudge ever since, yo.
mm,
And he's saying now he's not the standard at Man United. So what our midfield right now is the standard at Man United. Is that what
mm,
you're trying to say? He's trying to say a technical midfielder like Donny van der Beek can't do the requirements what a Man United midfielder should do. Like, he's
mm,
got more legs than Ericsson and McTominay put together. He's actually more technical than McTominay, so he can actually play and have more of a use than McTominay. But the problem is, though, you're not playing Ajax way. You're not playing anything that's the football that's required at Man United. You're just playing hoofball to Rashford and Bruno and hope for the best. Like, that's all you're
mm.
doing. -5 goal difference. Like, there's so many big problems, but all of a sudden, you know what? That player there, yeah, you don't fit my plan. So Listen, man. And now Mason Mount. What are we saying about Mason Mount? He's been injured for a while. He ain't gonna
Nothing.
start games. What's happening there? So
Mm.
all of a sudden later on, you're gonna be like, oh, but you know what, Mason Mount, it's not at the required fitness level and and whatnot. And bro, listen, this guy waffles, man. People need to watch out for this guy, man. Watch his press conferences. Watch the way he waffles, man. Like this
Mm-hmm.
brother talks absolute crap. And now he's having to go at Anthony, the guy that you brought in. But now he's having to go at Anthony saying, well, stuff outside of the pitch has not helped him, but he needs to get at the level required. And. Bro, this guy is too much
Bro,
talk, man.
Anthony's never
Too
been
much
at the
talk.
level required since he brought him. You know, like that.
But there
So
you go. But there you go. But then now he's saying he's not at the level. He's been okay. He's been a shit last season, man.
that's it, and you're
Yeah,
trying to
okay, man.
use excuses for what's going on off the pitch. Nah, it's not good enough, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because you decided to go and pay above and beyond for this player, like, and he hasn't performed. He hasn't performed. So you can't talk about what's going on off the pitch, bro. Like, this is more recent stuff. That brother, bro, he had less GA than Sancho last season, bro. And Sancho didn't play
Wow.
most of the season. What's he talking about?
Broski. Yeah, but this is his main guy, you know. Look at the way he just like if this is what he does to his main people, yeah, bro, he don't give a shit about anybody else. You know what I mean, bro? And that's the thing. He blames everyone but himself. Literally. Like that for me, yeah. If I've got a problem in my life, yeah, and I keep blaming this, I keep blaming that, like, bro, it ain't gonna solve your issue. You have to look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, I need to sort this out now. Like, stop the excuses. And that is something that Ten Hag doesn't do. He blamed it. What did he make an excuse about the Newcastle game about, oh, but if that goal went in, but it was an offside, we could have been 1-1. You know what I mean, bro? He says, oh, it's tactical reasons. And bro, this guy, honestly, man, I'm like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I thought was bad, yeah, but this guy's a credible coach, Rants, you know, credible coach. Like, a guy who's done it at Ajax, European stage, he's credible. Like, and all of a sudden at Man United, the pressure's got to him. He ain't that guy. And this is why people say, oh, but why you, like, Ten Hag's a good manager. You know, if we lose him, we lost a good coach. Broski, come on, man. Like, Ten Hag, I don't lose sleep over him.
He's done nothing at this club, yeah, to show that he's a good coach. Nothing at all.
Come on,
do you know
what
I'm saying? Like, nothing at all. Like, he won one cup, like the cup, where we didn't really play no one until the final.
Yep.
That's all he's done.
There you go. Like, if Ollie won that Europa League, would have said Ollie should have should have stayed. You know what I mean? Come on, let's not do this, man. Yeah, just because a manager wins a trophy doesn't mean that they have to still then stay. You know what I mean? And whatnot. Like, your time then is up still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I've been to managers before in the past, like, you know, I feel like with Ten Hag, it hasn't proven to me that I should lose sleep over him. Like, no, we are struggling this season for goals. We are -5 goal difference. Like, we've got 9 defeats already. Well, that's what I got told.
Yeah, I think it is minus still, but that's crazy. I didn't realize it was that bad, bro. Like, you know what it is, yeah? It's like the attachment.
Yeah, -5, bro.
-5 goal difference, yeah? And we're trying to send Ahmad out on loan, yeah? And exiled Martial, bro, when we're already not scoring goals. We're in a negative goal difference and we're midway through January. This guy's disgraceful. And this thing here, Ronaldo should have gone into more detail. He should have. He should have gone into more detail. Because the thing is, yeah, like somebody commented earlier, there's a chance that because he's one of the senior players, he wasn't just speaking for himself. He was probably speaking for multiple players in the dressing room. He was probably speaking for Varane. He was probably speaking for Cass as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, now I know what I know and I've seen what I've seen, bro. Like, there's certain parts of that interview, man's going to watch it back and see, like, yo.
And run it back.
If there's anything that I missed, bro. You know, like that.
Yo, you know what? That's true, you know. Because you know what it is? Beforehand, we had, like, Ten Hag in goggles, innit? You feel me?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and
you know
also,
what I mean?
it was like, what's this bread doing? I don't like Piers Morgan anyway. You know what I mean? There was
100%.
bare different things. I was watching this thinking, what's this guy doing, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? But now, I'd love to watch it again and see exactly what you said about the manager.
I don't think it's a case of a flip-flop thing, yeah, but I think it's a case of, you know, when Ronaldo said he don't respect me.
Yeah.
Like, that's a powerful statement, you know, because Ronaldo don't really need the respect, you feel me? Like, Ronaldo's himself. This guy's a guy who's probably arguably one of the greatest players of all time, yeah? So when the guy says on national television, like, he don't respect me, like, I feel like
I don't respect him. Like, yeah, and I was just like,
and I don't respect him. Yeah, because I feel like for me, that's something I'm like, yo, like, what did it take for you to say that? What happened behind the scenes? And then what happens is the proof is in the pudding. Then you see a pattern going on. You see it with Casemiro, Varane. You see it with now Sancho, Martial. Like, if it was only Ronaldo, I wouldn't be like, yo, listen, Ronaldo, you can hold that. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have done what you done. But the fact is,
Facts.
yeah, there's been a pattern emerging of David
Oh.
Gea too as well. People forget about David Gea.
Bro, De
I thought
Gea
I
ain't
was
come
wrong.
out and said nothing, bro. We're just waiting for David De Gea to come out and say what
Wait,
really happened.
listen. Well, if David Gea comes out, that could be a long day for this guy. You get me? Because if he tells the truth like properly, that could be a madness. Because he didn't even let him have his own little testimonial. Man didn't
Nothing.
even get a little testimonial or nothing. Like he just
Yeah,
said,
real
"Yo,
talk. Look
listen."
how long he's been at the club, yeah? Like, it's true. He was due a testimonial. Man didn't get that, and he got jettisoned out the club, yeah? And he's still hanging out with the club players, so you know, yeah, that he's liked in the dressing room. And a lot of players probably would have taken offense to that. I even forgot about the David De Gea thing. That's a shout as well. That's another
Bro,
thing that would have
come
rocked the
on. He
changing room.
vetoed it. He vetoed David De Gea leaving the football club, sorry, staying at the football club. He
Yeah.
vetoed it. He said, "Yo, listen, last minute as well." You know what I'm saying? Because again, he had control over what was
Mm.
going on. Like, imagine we literally sold him and then we didn't really have a plan to buy a keeper and then we bought some dead ass keeper. Like we don't, it could have been wrong this, because he only stumbled across an Inter Milan team that was struggling financially. They had to sell one of their best players.
Mm.
So, broski, now look at it. Ronaldo's shit, and I wouldn't mind selling him next season if we bought a better keeper. You get me?
Mm.
Like, let's be honest. So I look at the situation, man. It's just like man can't deal with no egos. He's very, very timid. He don't possess that aura. And he just for me, it's just like he's I don't know, man. He just looks like a sore loser, man, as well, man. Like the way he comes across in press conferences, like, oh, but we've got injuries and we've got this and that, bro. Broski, injuries are not why we are so shit. Tottenham Hotspur. Well, Rants, I was embarrassed on that day, I don't know how you felt, yeah, but the fact that they
Mm.
were bopping about, yeah, bopping it around with Højbjerg and flipping Skip. And we had actual midfielders in that team. That was crazy, man. And he's there talking about injuries. Bro, they had 5, 6 starters out of the team,
Bro,
but
they
still
had
played
five
their
of their
way.
starting front six out. You
Front
know,
six
like that.
out,
They had
bro.
Madison, Sarr, Basuma, Son, and Kulu out. They would have all started.
That's crazy, man.
And we
That's
want to talk
crazy. And they
about
would have
injuries.
destroyed us even more.
Disgraceful, bro.
You
And
know
they
what I
still
mean?
cooked us.
Disgraceful. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So I feel like the excuses are just coming too much. And you know what it is, yeah? Watch when we don't make this top four, yeah. And if he's still the manager, he's gonna be like, well, I overachieved last season, so it was therefore gonna be a drop off this season and da 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 da. Broski, allow the waffle, my friend. You, my friend, are failing. You need to go. And I just hope, yeah, this idiots have got a plan and they're watching this right now and be like, yo, you ain't here for too long, mate. So you can have your little moments here and there, but you ain't here for too long
Mm.
because we can't give him no more transfers in January. I don't want to see him spend a penny on his players. And for me, he's got to go by the summer. He's got to go. Even if you bring an interim or you bring in a permanent manager, whatever happens, bring in this guy because I'm seeing enough. Everybody's seen enough. That the ceiling's he's maxed at the ceiling, man. Like
Yep.
he is maxed at the ceiling. That's it. He's done. 1 second,
Bro.
bro.
Yeah, no, it's calm. No, 100%. Like, he's shown us, yeah. He's shown us what he can do. He's shown us what his ceiling is. And he can't get no more out of this team than he got out of this team. Do you know what I mean? And what he has gotten out of this team is very, very little. Because even when we are winning, we
Yeah.
weren't even playing well.
Nah, no satisfaction, bro. You know what I mean, bro? Lecture, no. You know what it is as well? There's no satisfaction watching United now as well, man. Like,
Mm.
if you know what I mean, you're doing the watch-alongs and you're going to the games and that, but it's like, broski, man's bored, Like, how can you come from a game at home and have, 30 odd percent possession? Bruno
Yeah,
Fernandes, 63 pass accuracy. Like, that's not, nah, bro, that should never be normal. But
that's
for me,
crazy.
I feel like the fan base have almost accepted it. Like most of the fan base have just said, "Yo, like it's cool, innit? It's a process, and things will get better. And when we get these players in, they'll get better." Broski, we fundamentally are not coached well. That comes from the management. That comes from the manager. We are not coached well.
Yep.
Ange coached well. Unai Emery coached well. We are not coached well. And if we are, it's hit and miss. It's like yo-yo. We can't be doing this yo-yo United, bro.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
crazy,
Like the
bro.
standards should be there to be like, yo, we should be playing a brand of football. If we're not winning the trophies, then at least give us good football. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's what it's
Yep.
got to right now. Like, man, just give me good football till the end of the season. I said it on my show before. I was like, sack the manager, and if we don't make top four, at least I know I'm getting good football week in, week out. And then I can say, you know what? We'll build on it for next season. And then next season we go ahead. If we make top four, fair enough. If you don't, cool. But at least give me something to believe in, bro. This manager plays absolute turd football. And we've not been playing good football since February last year. February. We're on nearly a year on now from that. February. And it's just, yeah. Yeah, man. This
Bro,
guy,
it's
bro, I'm telling you now.
crazy, blood. Like, bro, look where we are when our club has lower expectations of a
Yeah.
manager than Tottenham, bro. Like, even when you look at
Bro.
what they said about Ten Hag, bro. Man said he blew his interview due to a lack of charisma, you know, and they found his demands odd, bro. They said that
Yeah.
man's English, yeah, was little above adequate. That's it. No more than
Yeah.
adequate. They said he's a boring guy, no charisma.
Yeah.
And they were looking for a
Nah, man.
manager to motivate the players, yeah, and get them playing again. And they were like, nah, it's not him. It's
Yep.
not him.
Not
If
him,
Tottenham
man.
can see that, what the hell were we thinking off the back of getting rid of
Bro.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? What were we
We were
thinking?
desperate. That's why. We were desperate, man. That's the problem, man. We were desperate. We gave him too much control. You get me? And you know, I'm saying to you that, and this is what we are right now. We're stuck with him for a hot minute now. You get me? But we were desperate, bro. And like I said, yeah, you know what I mean? When he came into the football club, I was like, cool, fair enough. You get me? We're seeing something. And then all of a sudden, February comes in, he starts then waffling about I can't play the Ajax way. You know what I mean? Even though in his first press conference he goes, I've got core principles, I've got big ideas I want to come in with. He came with a chest, era's come to an end. He started
Yep.
talking all the big bollocks. And now all of a sudden now he's saying, I'm overachieved. You know, I'm overachieving right now. Last season is this, and you know what, we're at where we're meant to be. Bro, this guy's a sore loser, man. And this is where for me, I can't do this anymore. Like,
Mm.
genuinely, man. Like, man cannot handle this anymore. He needs to go. We need to bring in fresh idea, think in the football structure, and then go from there. Because this guy is just everything that you talk about, the decision making, the lack of goals now. Like, we didn't score goals last season. He didn't improve on that this season. He brought in
Yeah.
Hoyland,
And we
a
spent
young kid.
money as
Yeah,
well.
spend money as well. You know what I'm trying to say? On Dross, he brought Mason Mount saying, "Oh, you're going to be a big part of this team, and you're going to be a big part of player." Never seen him. Yeah, he's been
Mm.
injured, but still beforehand, he weren't really playing him. You know what I mean? So it's just for me, everything about this guy. Now, all of a sudden, you get me, you brought in Regulon, but you had Alvaro Fernandez ready there. But all of a sudden now Regulon not deemed good enough. You sent him back on loan. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You sent him back out. It's just everything about this manager. I'm telling you now, it's more questions than answers. And a lot of people are just silent because you know what? He's an authoritarian. You know what? He's a good discipline. No, get out of here, man. Like them days are
Mm.
over, man. Look at Mourinho now, man. Them days are over now, man. This idea that you get these managers and you know what? Yeah, they tell people off. They don't work anymore, man. They don't
Yeah.
work anymore. Simple. They don't work anymore, man.
Yeah,
You've
the
got to be a
regular
good man
thing's
manager.
super weird because it's like he was never given a chance at the club as well. And he played well when he did play. And the thing is with Regulon, it's like, why did you fight, yeah,
Yeah.
so hard to get another left back on loan when
Bro.
you played Dallo there anyway, you played Lindelof there, you played Amrabat there, and you played Wan-Bissaka there? That means you never
Yep.
needed the left back in the first place. Like, what are you
Yep.
doing? Why did you go out of your way and waste our time, but also you wasted Regulon's time because you brought him in and you had
Regular's
no
time as
intentions
well.
of playing him.
Yep. Broski, like literally, you had no intention of playing him. Yeah, you said it was a 5-month deal or whatnot, but the way you're
Mm.
gassing him up and that, like just, Broski, I don't understand this manager, bro. Like everything this manager does, Rants, yeah, is
Mm.
is is a mismatch, bro, of what he actually is. You get me? Like this guy is a sore loser. He's also like the guy lies a lot
Mm.
as well, man. Like, people don't realize that he
Yeah.
actually lies a lot. And he tries to wool over the fans and be like, "Yo, this is where we're going. This is the plan." And broski, like this guy, I don't know, man. I just think for me, we got to move on from this guy. And like I said, look where we are on the table, and it can get worse. You know, you think the
Yeah.
fixtures are easy? We got
No,
Wolves away. I don't think we're
that's
winning
not.
that.
That's
We
yeah.
got
That's
then we
not
got
a
West Ham
easy
at home.
game. Yeah.
West Ham at home, they're above us right now. I think you've got Aston Villa away. Like everyone thinks it's going to be easy. It's going to get even more tougher,
Yeah,
more
those are
yo-yo
games that man can
results.
lose 100%.
You know what I mean, bro? Like genuinely, like exactly. Amrabat, he brought in Amrabat. Started to say, yo, listen, not even playing Amrabat right, and now he's just out of the team now. Like this is one of your guys, and he again disrespected now. Last couple of games has been benched for no
Yeah, he
reason.
hasn't. But he's been fit and he hasn't played. So why did you bring him in? Like you don't go out and bring in squad players when you're a new manager.
Bro. Like, yeah, bro, what are we doing with this manager? Seriously, man. Genuinely, man. Like this, you know what it is, man. You get me? I just feel like it's come at a good timing for him, yeah, because Ilios have been sorting out their situation and that. But had they come in earlier, bro, this guy would have been gone, long gone. You get me? They're just sorting out what they need to sort out right now. They're gathering their evidence. They're at the game last game, but you think they're gonna like what they see? The fact that the
100%.
crowd was on top of the players and they were literally being dominated for large parts of the game. They think they're liking that.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, that Brailsford has not smiled once, mate. You know what I mean, bro? Like he has
Yeah.
not smiled once because he knows he's on performance mode right now. He's seeing, right, let me look at the performance. Let me look at how the team's playing. Let me analyze everything. And you know what? Are we maximizing? Are we at our full strength? No, we are not, mate. So you know
Yeah.
what? He's collating his evidence. And sooner or later, this guy's gone, mate. Sooner or later,
Oh, I
this
agree.
guy is gone, man.
I agree 100%, man. Do you know what I mean? They're just getting they're compiling all the information they need to, and then they'll make the decisions that they need to make. So the one thing I'd say is, yeah, it's like until they bring in the football people, then
Yeah,
the manager ain't gonna get sacked in it. So we just need to wait and see.
no.
If it does happen in February, that could be the time. February could be the time because when do they officially take over on paper? It's like the middle of Feb, isn't it?
Yeah, middle of Feb. Yeah, middle of Feb. That's the saying about another 3 or 4 weeks away. You get me? So
Yes.
that's what. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
now.
So
Yeah.
if they come
So yeah,
in the middle of February, as soon as they're in, if they appoint a CEO and a director of football or something like that, once the director of football comes in, I have no doubt that they'll bring in their manager.
yeah,
Do you know what
facts.
I'm saying? I have
Hundred
no
percent.
doubt. I don't see the point waiting until the end of the season. You might as well use this as a
No,
pre-season now, bruv, because
pre-season.
this
Yeah,
manager
bro.
can't do anything like to turn this around, bro. He's not gonna get top four the way that he's playing, and he's not gonna win the FA Cup. So he's got nothing
No,
to play for at this point.
literally nothing to play for, man. We're not making top four. Yeah, especially with this manager right now because the results aren't consistent enough. I'm trying to say to you, like,
Hmm.
I feel like for me, you give either an interim time to then find out and analyze what the club needs, and he's almost like the spokesperson for the club. In it, you feel me? Like, say now
Hmm.
Ragnar would have been perfect for this new current structure because then
Yeah,
he would have been saying, "Yo, people, this is what needs to be stayed. This is what needs to go." Da
yeah.
da da da.
Bruv,
Vice
if Ralph
versa.
was in charge,
Or
he would have said, "Yo, go get this manager or whatever." Ralph could have stepped in as DOF, yeah, patterned everything, got the
bro,
players. He would have been perfect under this new regime, 100%.
listen. But again, another one that again people don't talk about, and I said it at the start. Why did Ralph go? You get me? Was
Hey,
it a
the manager
situation
definitely
where he
forced him
can?
out.
Bro, manager did, man, when you actually deep it, because at the end of the day, he was like, yo, I don't need him. And if you want me to come to the football club, he has to go. So again,
Of course.
things are, you know what I mean? So when I talk about, yeah, at the start of the season, it's like, oh, you didn't feel this way, so why you feel it now? Because now the pieces are starting to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
together.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean, bro?
yeah.
It's like an investigation, bro. Like you don't just go from, oh, you find the killer or whatnot. Like you have to go through every single thing, where the trails, what did they leave, the evidence, everything is like a pattern in it. And
Mm.
now everything's starting to emerge. You start to see that this guy is a dictator. You get me, bro? Like, man is literally told Ralph, yo, I don't need you. Even though he could have had the keys to our club. If he had him at the top, yeah, and tell him, yo, Wagwan. But obviously, Ten Hag's ego couldn't handle that. Couldn't handle that. And I can't wait until Ralph Ragnick comes out with this interview. I can't wait, bro. Because listen, I don't know when he's gonna do it or when he wants to do it. But broski, he needs to come out and say, yo, listen, this happened and that happened, and yo, you get me? Like this club is
Bro,
this,
what man
bro.
need
If
to
he
remember
came out,
is, yeah, Ten Hag came out and he said that he wouldn't have taken the Man United job if he wasn't granted full control over the
Full
transfers.
control, bro.
He said that he set the requirements in advance about how he wanted to work. So
Yep.
that tells you
Facts.
exactly how, he got rid of Ralph.
Yep.
He got rid of
Facts.
Ralph. And the thing is, if him and
Yep.
Ralph were on good terms, why would Ralph come out, backing Jaden like that as well? There's absolutely no reason. Do you know what I'm saying? When you
Yo.
look at the timing of the way that Ralph
Aye.
basically
That's
came
a
out
good
and
point,
backed
you know.
Jaden Sancho, that's a middle finger to Ten Hag saying, yo, I didn't have a problem with him. Maybe you're the problem. That's what that was. That was just it's just a little
Yo.
sly one,
He
like
could have. He
that.
could have said. You know what he could have said? He could have easily said, "Yo, Jadon. I hope Jadon Sancho does well at Dortmund. He hope he thrives and get back to the footballer he was." Yeah. He could have
Mm.
left it like that. But what he did was he said, "I never had any problems. I had
He
no
said I never had no
discipline
problems. He was a
issues."
pleasant guy. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
but
He
he
said
said
he
he
was
had
a
no
pleasant
discipline
guy.
issues.
No
Even the
issues
other
with
guy,
him.
the Dortmund CEO, the Dortmund
Yep,
CEO came out and said the same thing as well.
bro.
Like
And
we've never
then
had a
and then
discipline
you heard
issue.
the Jesse Marsh stuff only not too long ago. Ralph started leaking little things as well. He's saying that Ralph was saying
Aye.
that there was nothing going on at the club and there was no communication and the whole thing was a shit show. Do you know what I mean? So what you need to realize, is that as soon as Ralph starts coming out and saying these things, it's because he
Yep.
ain't got no relationship with Ten Hag. Because if he did,
Nope.
he wouldn't say anything.
Nope. 100%. You know what I'm
He
trying to
wouldn't
say?
say
And you
nothing.
know what's bad as well? They had a few phone calls as well beforehand, him
Yep.
and Eric Ten Hag, but Eric Ten Hag must have done it dirty. You get me? And just
Yeah.
said, yo, listen,
100.
yo, I don't need you anymore. And you know, it's the same, it's the
Mm.
same idea right now. Martial, I need you, but then I don't need you anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Certain players, I need you for certain aspects of the game, but now I don't need you anymore. Like, have you
Mm.
noticed, man? This guy, the way he just lets you go and just doesn't give you, and that comes from communication. That comes from his like whole character in it. Like, you can't be dealing with a person who you can't really sense what they are in it. You feel me? They leave you like very, very surprised. I can't do that in life. I need to know this guy fully is 100% straight. I need to know that he hasn't got anything. You know what I mean? Like some bad vibes about him, bro. And this guy
Yep.
has got too many bad vibes, bro. Like too many. Like I would have been wanting to be with him every day. Like imagine you confide in him and you say, "Yo, manager, man, I got this issue, man. Like you know what I mean?" And then later on, he says, "Yo, you're gonna have to train on your own because I just found out this and whatnot." And he goes out to the media. Then you look bad, but really and truly, you've confided in the manager. He said, "Yo, listen, I need your help and I need your advice."
Yep.
He just literally leaves you alone. Like that's bad, bro. Like that's very, very, very bad, bro. You get me? And that's something that I could never deal with, bro. You gotta be a bad manager. So when we get better players with better egos, what's gonna happen then? Is he gonna deal with them the same way? Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's what
But
I mean. None of
let
it,
them
none of it
chill,
don't
man.
make sense, bro. Do you know what I mean? And when you look at when you also look at like the signings as well, like my man said about the agency, there's too many things. He also came out
Bro.
saying that he basically refuted claims that his agent had too big a role
Yeah.
to play in the recruitment of the players and stuff like that, because a lot of the players have been represented by the agency, same agency that he was at. The whole thing is corrupt, bro.
Yep.
The whole thing
Facts.
is corrupt,
Broski.
bro. That's what
Man
it is.
literally is sorting out his own agency at Man United, bro. Man is looking to go get Marlon in the club.
Yeah.
Marlon, Marlon. And he's linked with his agency as well. Like,
Mm.
broski, like something dodgy's going on in this ring right now, bro. Hurling as well, signed his agency.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my man's got some Ponzi scheme going on at United, bro. And nobody's clocking onto it, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's only dealing with players that he knows. Like, who are we gonna be linked with this season? Is it a case of right? It's a Ten Hag's players and whatnot. Like, we can't be doing that. These owners and these new guys in football structure, they can't be doing that anymore. They can't be saying, "Yo, we're bringing in players that you know." Like, how does that
Yeah.
work out for us later on? Because then, if we have a player now, and this is what's scary now, Ten Hag might leave us in a worse position than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because if you look at the players that he's brought in, how are you going to shift them on? Who wants to buy Anthony now? And if you do, you're going to have to make a loss. Some of the players
Yep.
that we brought in only play a particular style of football. They only play one way. They don't play many ways. And he's kept them on for longer and longer and longer. So I think we're fucked, man, when he leaves, because we have to get rid of all these players that
We
he
have to
brought
get
in.
rid of most of the players he bought because they're not good enough.
You know what I mean, bro?
Like they're
Like
saying that the
Onana,
new
who knows?
owners we need a new goalie The new owners are saying that they want a striker as well. Højlund ain't good enough to lead the line for Man United. He's not good enough, bro. And he's not going to be
Well,
good
it's not
enough
good
for
enough
years
now.
if he's ever
Not
going to
now.
be good enough. I don't think he'll ever be good
You know what I
enough
mean?
to be the main guy, bruv.
Well, there you go. You know what I mean? But that's a big risk that
Bruv, he
the
wasn't good
football
enough to
club
be the main
put
guy
in.
at Atalanta. So why is he going to be good enough to be the main guy at Man United?
I look at him as a player that I think for me he could develop into a number 9 in the future. But is he ready right now? I don't think he's got the core principles to be an out and out number 9 right now for United. Like that's just the fact of the matter. Like he isn't. You know, whether he develops into that player in the future, I don't know. In it, like you know, we've seen bare kids that have come through the football, and you know, what I mean, they've looked good for a little bit, and then they just can't handle the pressure.
Yeah.
So, but again, we took that gamble, bro. That gamble the manager took, and he's now having to. You know what it is as well, because I feel like he's took a gamble on players. He's now persistent with it. Look at the thing with Onana. He knows Onana ain't good, but look at him now telling Onana to stay right until the last day before he has to go AFCON because he don't want to give out Bayende another chance.
Yeah.
Why? Like his
Makes no
ego
sense.
gets to the point where only the situation with Anthony was because of the thing that happened. Had that thing with Anthony never happened, he would have been keep playing Anthony. But because that situation happened, he then said, "Yo, take some time out, and then I'm gonna bring you back in." Like a lot of these players, bro, they keep playing. Rashford, he plays through bad form. Again, that's one of his guys. He don't care. So it's bro. I don't listen. This manager is just rare. Like he's such a enigma. He's such a guy who just for me like I don't know. You just can never second guess him because he's just so predictable and he's just man. I'm done with him, bro. I can't lie to you, man. He just wires me up, bro. I can't lie.
No, I hear it, bro. You know what I mean? Big up you lot. Make sure you run up them likes, man. 1.4 in here. Also, obviously there was that news floating around about the Qataris, bruv. I think it's fake news
Bro,
anyway, bruv. The
fake
stuff that's coming
news.
out.
Fake news.
I think it's fake news,
Fake
bruv.
news.
Do you know what I'm saying? I think these men are just putting it out there because the Glazers probably never had no intentions of selling to them in the first place, and they
Bro,
just
they never
used
had
them.
no intentions. Come on, man. People, open your eyes up. They never wanted a full sale.
Yeah,
But
they
all of a
never wanted
sudden,
it.
rich billionaire owners don't have proof of funds. Are you stupid? And you know what they're saying? They're saying, because Qatar came out with a little bit of a statement yesterday as well. They said that the PLC, you know, the United PLC, it was
Yeah.
from their side. So Man United has sorted out all that kind of, you know, the legal documents. So it's coming from their side of documents, not the actual documents that we've produced. So they're saying we're going to produce even more clarification on that. So, broski, this is just for me.
But at
People
this
can
point,
call
they
it
got nothing
PR.
to prove because it's like, yo, you didn't choose, us. So why do we need to prove anything to anyone? It's not going to make no difference now. I'm going to go back into the sunset with my money, bro, because they got cash, bro. You cannot doubt proof of funds from Qatar, bro. Like, you have to be an
Yeah.
absolute idiot,
So why did you delay it then? Why did you delay it then? Why
This
did
is
you
what I'm
delay
saying.
when it was a point where Jim Ratcliffe had won it? Why did you delay it for Jim Ratcliffe then?
Exactly.
Because but you just said right now that there was no proof of funds. Why did you delay it for almost a year when it looked like at one point Jim Ratcliffe had won it and he'd shown that he was willing to invest 25% in? But all of a sudden you said, "Nah, we're gonna wait for Qatar because they might have more money." Oh, we're gonna wait.
Bruv, they knew
So
the
it's
Qataris had the
maybe
money.
yeah, they knew the Qataris had the money, but they weren't willing to give the money that the Glazers wanted because it was too much. Bro, they said 5.2 billion up front and 1.8 billion in terms of investment.
Yeah.
So that's what you know what I mean, bro.
Yeah, it's
Like
like 7
they're
bills.
saying to
Something.
you, yeah,
And the
up
club's worth
front.
4
That's it,
billion, bro.
bro. Come on, man. People don't realize that the club's worth 4 billion. They've never
And
put
that's not
money into the
included,
football
and
club, the
that's
Glazers.
not including the debt either.
But there you go. You see what I'm trying to say? That's not even including the debt either. And by the way, that's something that Jim Ratcliffe didn't say he was going to sort out. And if he did, he was going to leverage it on debt or a loan, sorry.
Yeah,
If he
he
gets
was
a
going to
loan,
lever it against his own company or something like that, but he weren't going to just
yeah,
pay it off.
come on, man. So which one am I rather gonna believe? A guy who's actually got money, got proof that he's gonna actually do it, but all of a sudden a piece of document is gonna state that yeah, he didn't really bro, get out of here, man. I'm sorry, man. This world we live in right now, yeah, everybody just wants to believe everything. I'm sorry, go and do your due diligence, go and do your research. And also, to this magnitude, where you look at a guy who's a billionaire owner to not provide documents. Come on, man. Stop doing that, man. Stop doing that. Stop doing this, man. You get me? But again,
100%.
it's just whatever in it, whatever floats the boat in it with the British media. Whatever the British media want to put up now it's Jim Ratcliffe and he's a savior and da da da. Whatever in it, cool. But hold on a minute. Everyone wanted a full sale. Everyone wanted, majority of people wanted the debt gone. Everyone wanted new training ground facilities. Everyone wanted a fresh start. So all of a sudden now everybody's hold that. Come on, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Yeah, I think 100%. I
No,
don't
but
believe
it's
that
mad
for
though,
us.
isn't it, though, Ransom?
They're trying
Come
to
on,
the
man.
fact that they're trying to discredit these brothers. Yeah, I mean, you just know, innit? It's PR. Do you know what I mean? And it's definitely this as well, bro. Like, because bro, this is what
Bro, are you mad?
because this
Come
because
on, man,
this
Rants.
is
Of
what I
course.
heard, innit? Like, this is what I heard when all of a sudden it was like, all right, cool, these men are pulling out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard it was this. This is what I heard. I didn't hear nothing about they ain't got the money or whatever. Like, at one point, these men were willing to pay up to like 9-10 billion, bro. Do you know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like
100%.
they were 100% willing to pay that. Like, it's not
Yep.
like they ain't got the money, bro. It was due to this thing right here. It was due to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
war,
yeah.
blood.
Bro, listen, man.
And then man said,
Listen.
yo, blood, man is not. Do you know what I mean? If you know anything about the Glazers, blood, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Man
yeah.
said, I'm not giving these man my money, fam. That's
Yep.
what it was, blood. If we're trying to keep it all the
Especially
way
more as well
100.
than I need to as well. More
hundred
than I need
percent.
to as well.
What
Just so you can
giving these
fund some
money? And
people
you
and
know
that.
where the Glazers
Yeah.
are putting their money. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know where the Glazers are putting their money because, bro, when Trump was running and all them ones there, bro, the Glazers' names was on down as part of the donors. The Glazers, the Cronkies, all them man
Bro.
are donating to these man who are putting weapons in the hands of the other man. You know, like that. So, bro,
Yeah.
man need to understand, that like when you make a certain amount of money, in life, the money's no longer your money. It's not your money no more.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you're a
Yo.
billionaire, it's not your money. Because what you got to realize is everywhere you put your money, there's a knock-on effect, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these man know if they
Facts.
give the Glazers money, then indirectly they're funding a war, bro. They're funding something. They are. Do you know what I mean?
100%, bro.
You can't give the
100%.
Glazers 10 billion, knowing that they're putting 100 million in the pockets of the US Congress or something like that, bro. You can't
Yep.
do that. Do you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because you know that, bro, like, wherever you put your money, it's going somewhere else, bro. Like, that's just
Yep.
what it is. When you see guys like Elon Musk and all these other guys, they got so much money,
Yeah.
bro. But they can't
You
just
see
do
it with
whatever they want
Starbucks
with
and
their
that,
money,
you know what I
bro.
mean? You
Yeah.
can see it. Look at Starbucks and every all these companies, you know what I mean? So that's why you don't give them their money because you know where certain corporations are and who they're feeding their money to. You know, everybody knows now. You know what I mean? So you
Bro.
know, they have researchers, you know. You think they're just stupid people that don't have their researchers and don't have people who know where certain money's going. Are you crazy? But this is what problem
100%.
is. Football fans don't do that. Oh, but I don't want to get into politics. Bro, politics is football now. They're going together now. They go, you know what I mean? They're going too now. Football is becoming politics. Look at the Super League. Look at everything
Yeah,
that's
but
going on
football
behind
has
the
to be
scenes.
politics because, bro,
Well, there you go.
these man, their owners are billionaires, bro. And at the end of the day, it's like them man live by their own rules, innit? And these man are the most powerful people on the country, on the planet. So it's political
Facts.
anyway. It has to be political.
Facts.
They're gonna do whatever they want to do, for their own gain. And that's why certain clubs, you'll see, all right, cool, you can't do certain things, you can't wear certain things, and so on and so forth, because it's all about political agendas, bro.
Facts.
That's what it's about, and that's why, bro. If you go Old Trafford and you try to hold one of them Palestine
Bro,
flags, that's getting ripped out your hand, bruv.
ripped at your hand, but then the Ukraine flag can be allowed to stay there. You know what I'm saying to you? The
Well, there
Ukraine
you
flag
go.
is still
A man
there.
say that
You know what I
football's
mean?
not political. Don't be silly, bro.
Are you silly, bro? Silly, bro. Are you silly? You
Do
know
you
what
know
I
what
mean?
I
The amount of
mean?
people that I know that's been taking it off now, saying, yo, we can't do this, da 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 da, bro. But then obviously the Ukraine flag is still there.
Like, bro,
You
they
know what I
literally
mean?
took Chelsea from Roman Abramovich because of politics, bro. It had nothing to
Yeah,
do with what
because of
he done
politics.
as an
Yep,
owner. They banned him from the country. They froze man's his Apple Pay and all that, so he
assets.
couldn't spend his
Yep,
money. And told him
yep,
that he has to sell the football club. And it was nothing to do with what he done as an owner, bro. It was because of his affiliations with Putin and that.
yep. You know what I'm saying to you? That we still don't know again what the affiliations are and whatnot. Da, 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 da. So it's just man.
So,
For
bro,
me,
I'm more inclined
it's
to believe
crazy.
that the Qataris said we're not giving these man are money in it because of what they stand for, what they are, and now they're trying
Yep.
to make it out like, imagine trying to make out that the Qataris ain't got money. That's like a man trying to tell people that I ain't black, fam. You know, like that. It's like, bro. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Man said proof of funds, bro. The brother is literally,
Bro.
he's one of the richest people on planet Earth, bro. If you're gonna try convince me that a Qatari,
Mhm.
ain't got money, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what? Do you know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is one of the
Yeah,
craziest
yeah.
things I've ever seen. Like, this is
Yeah, yeah.
exactly what it is, bro. Like, and this is what man are
It's like
trying
it's
to
like a
do now.
guy. It's like Bill Gates now. He don't wear designer clothes, but everyone thinks is still rich, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
when people wear, like, it's like having to prove that you have designer clothes to be rich. You don't
but
have
that's
to
what
wear
I
designer
mean.
clothes to be rich. You know what I mean,
But
bro?
that's exactly
Like,
what it is. Like, man will see man like Elon Musk and be like, right, he looks like a tramp. He's broke.
yeah.
What? Shit don't make
What?
no sense. Man gonna tell me Elon ain't got no money next. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Proof of funds. I don't need proof of funds to know that Elon Musk has money because I can see what he owns. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't
You
need
can
to say,
see
yo,
it.
Elon, bro. Like,
Man,
I
see the
need.
rockets.
Imagine me and Elon, bruv, in a bar and saying, fam, you know what? Like, before we do this business venture, fam, I need proof of funds, cuz. Proof of funds. Did you see how much I
Proof.
bought flipping Twitter for? I changed the name.
Yep.
Man got Tesla all this year,
X.
but man need to know that, like, you get me, the check's not gonna bounce for you, boy. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, bruv?
Broski.
Do you know what I'm
What do you
saying? Like, when
mean?
man are really telling me that Qataris ain't got no money, cool, I ain't black, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? This is crazy, and that's what I mean. We live in a society now where people are actually gonna believe that, you know, that
Yeah, yeah.
these
Of course.
man didn't have money. What? Do you understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
they're frauds. They're frauds, isn't it? They're frauds, apparently. They're frauds.
Nah, come on. When you're telling me that, like, man was doing 419, he ain't got no money, and he might not be a real person, you know, Sheikh just, bruv, shut up, man. The bread rolled up to
Yeah,
Old
it's
Trafford,
crazy.
yeah, with the brothers that own the banks, and you're telling me that he couldn't get proof of funds.
Mad.
Bro,
It's mad.
what are you saying? That the banks borrow money from him. Like, bro, do you understand
Bro,
what I'm saying?
Broski.
Nah, bro.
It's got a whole family, bro. Linked with the you know what I mean? The family, bro. They're all like princes and kings. Man, are telling me about money. It's crazy. It's
Bro, the
crazy.
brother rolled up here with like the Bank of America Donnies, yeah, to Old Trafford. And you're telling me that he couldn't get proof of funds. He brought the whole bank with him, blood, when he came. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if
Bro,
you're
I'm
trying to
seeing.
believe this story that man don't have money, yeah, you're a dickhead. That don't even make no sense, bro. And that's what I mean. We live in society now where man are trying to convince you, yeah, that the sky is green, blood. And man are just believing
Yeah,
it
yeah.
now. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Man are
yeah.
trying to tell you, oh,
Literally.
you can be whatever you want and that. You can identify as whatever you want and that. Like, you can
Yep.
just be whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean?
Doesn't
Like,
matter.
there's 50 genders. It don't matter. Forget the boy and girl
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like, you can be whatever you feel like. Do you
You
know what I mean?
can,
And
yeah,
this
yeah.
and this is what it is. He goes, man, don't worry that you're born with some balls. You can still be a woman. Like, you got no ovaries and that. Like, you can't have kids, but you can be a woman if you want. Like,
Yeah.
no, you can't, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? No, you can't, bruv. And that's exactly what it is. Like, that's crazy. That's like me saying it. You know what? Like, I feel like a billionaire. I feel
Yeah.
like a billionaire, bro.
I feel
Saeed,
like a
you can't
billionaire.
tell
Yeah.
me I ain't a billionaire, bro. My bank account could tell me I'm not one, but why do I need to listen to my bank account? I feel like a
Yeah.
billionaire, bro. I feel like one.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Go rent a private jet. Nah, can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel
Can't.
like one, though. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? That's what I mean. Man said, can you be a fire engine? You could be a fire engine if you want, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? You got about,
Yeah.
I don't know, you probably got about 8 wheels missing at least. Do you know what I mean? A few windows and that,
Yeah.
but you could be a fire engine if you want.
Yeah,
Why
bro.
not?
Listen, that's the world right we're living right now, man. You know, the world right now is just broski. That's what I'm saying now, man. It's crazy. It's a crazy time to be alive right now. Yeah, but when man are saying to me, "Yo, Qatar is a fraud, man," you get me? They had no proof of funds,
But I've no
broski.
proof of
Over a paper,
funds.
over a paper, over a legal
Brother,
document.
listen, there's not enough paper, yeah, in the printer if man come through
Yeah, I
with the
know.
money. You know, like that, but man said proof of funds. That man could have flown over with a private jet full of cash
Yeah, yeah,
and landed on the pitch. You get me? With the 10 billion in bags, bro, in bin bags. Don't tell me these man ain't got no proof of
Yeah.
funds. This is the biggest load of nonsense. If you genuinely want to believe that these
Yeah.
man couldn't buy Man United with the change, yeah, in the ashtray in the whip, then I don't know what to tell you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to tell you. So all of this nonsense, trying to almost talk down and belittle these man have money that you can't even believe. Because even when you Google these man net worth, yeah, it's estimated.
Yeah.
It's not real, blood.
No,
That's
broski. Like that.
bruv, they've got money they can't even quantify because, bro, they've got
Generational wealth.
resources that haven't even been dialed in. And then because of the fluctuating prices of gas and the oil and all these other things, you can't really tell what it's worth because it could be worth more tomorrow.
Yeah.
It could be worth more next week.
Bro,
do you know what I'm saying?
Listen, it's generational wealth, bro. Like, listen, this goes to centuries and whatnot, bro. Listen, man, I've been rich forever. The whole family, the whole past generations, the future, bro, they are sorted forever.
Yeah.
You get me?
It's nonsense, man. Big up Alex for the super chat. Bro, I heard, they said within 18 months or something, Jim had to buy them out, but apparently it's more than 18 months. I don't think it is, bro. Like, it's just speculation. I think it's 3 years or something. We don't really know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really know. We really don't know. It's all
speculation.
Yeah, it's all speculation. Nobody really knows, my bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where they're saying Qatar's last offer was 5 billion.
Yep.
But that's what I mean. But that's 5 billion, yeah, for the club. They also said that they would clear the debt. Do you know what I mean? And
the debt as well.
So that's an extra billion. And then they said that they would put in altogether it was over 7 billion, bruv. Because they were gonna put it was like 7.8 billion. Because they said they were gonna put 1.8 billion into the infrastructure as well. So the overall package was close to 8 billion, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And they were gonna give them 5 billion without the debt, bro. So
without the debt,
that's you walk away with an extra billion, and then I pay the debt off, and then I put more money in as well. But that wasn't enough because these men don't care about the state of the club. They only care about what they're walking away with.
Why do they care about what happens after? Why do they care?
I'm saying.
I don't understand. Like, they don't really care. So
they don't, but they never did because it's an investment for them.
You know, it's also being salty the fact that you haven't received that money, innit? Like, they're thinking, yo, like, we never really got our money, you know, man. That's a bit mad, innit, when you think about it. So,
But that's what it is. So you got to understand that the Glazers, they never wanted to sell, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They never wanted to sell because, especially now the Super League things come back now, these man, that's why they were thinking about future price of the club because they know the price of the club's going to go up if this Super League thing goes through. Do you know what I mean? New formats for the Champions League, all these different things. They're thinking about, how long can we milk this cash cow, bro? That's all it is. Do you know what I'm saying? And now Jim, and that's it. Jim's in bed with them now. Jim's there chilling with Alex Ferguson now and David Gill. You know them ones. And that's why I tell you, bro, whether man like it or not, bro, all these men are still part of the problem, bro. Because as much as we praise Alex Ferguson and all these ones there, bro, he's still in bed with the enemy, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? He's part of the reason why they came in, and he's been by their side ever since, bro. When they came in, they've made sure he's been patterned ever since. Even when he lost, even when he weren't manager no more, he's always had a job. He's always had money.
Always.
You know, like that, bro. So it's one of them ones where, bro, you have to think, you have to look about it. You have to look at it and just be like, yo, you have to look at it and say, yo, bro, how responsible was he for them coming in the first place? Do you know what I'm saying? What if the brother that we're in love with, and that we worship, almost like he's a god, what if he's the reason why we're in this position in the first place?
You know what's mad as well, though?
But it's uncomfortable conversations for a lot of people, you know?
But, you know, it's also the fact that, you get me, like, he enabled a lot of, like, in terms of, like, saying, no, like, there's no value in the market.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And whatnot. And he could speak out against them. Why can't he not speak out against them? You know what I mean? That's something that I think, would have been beneficial to everyone. But,
bruv, if he spoke out against them, they would have to sell, blood.
Easy, man. And nobody would think about, like, nobody would bat an eyelid at Alex Ferguson saying, yo, why did you say that about our owners? People would have been like, yo, my manager, like, my goal.
But, bro, you're not going to say nothing about anyone, people that are lining your pockets, bro.
Well, there you
You know,
go.
like that.
There you
Lying in
go.
your pockets, 2-3 million a year, yeah, to sleep in a crowd, blood. You know, like that. That's what man's getting. He's living life. You know, like
Bro,
that.
living life,
So
bro.
it's one of them ones where, bro, like it's not popular, but bro, I don't care about being popular, bro.
Well, you
Man,
know what,
I
though?
have to say,
You got. These are the times for these kind of questions to be talked about. Like, I feel like for me, it's more than within your right to kind of say, "Yo, listen, well, how come if we had this in certain other ways and whatnot?" Because I think in other big clubs like Bayern Munich and that, they would have had these conversations. They would have had these conversations, man. You get me?
bro,
Like, why is it this?
listen,
And
when they
they stuck
came
their
in, they
guys
probably sat
for
down with
less.
Sir Alex Ferguson and said, yo, you let us come in, yeah. You stay on our side and we'll make sure, bro, until the day you take your last breath, yeah, there's money coming in, bro. You know, like that. That's
Yeah,
what they would have told him because really he gets paid to do nothing now. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
David Gill's still involved as well, so he probably made sure that David Gill got patterned as well, bro.
Pattern as well.
Do you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Simple.
That's what man need to understand, bro. Like he's pretty much retired, bro. He comes to what he shows his face every week and he gets 3 million. 3 million a year. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of
Facts.
them ones where, bro, you have to look at it, bro. That's mafia business right
Facts.
there. Whether you
Facts.
like it or not. So as much as man are praising this year, he's the reason why. He's the reason why they were allowed in. He's the reason why they're still here. And he sits next to them, bro. And he's sitting there chatting with them. Now Ratcliffe's coming, he's sitting there chatting with them. He's with them, bro.
Yep.
He's with them. And it's right in front of our face,
No,
and we don't want to admit it.
no. You get me? Like I said to you, these are the kind of questions that is he going to be telling them, "Bro, listen, are you going to be changing the fortunes of the football club? Are you going to be doing this?" And if it was the Qatari owners, would he have the same energy? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's
No,
always
because he
wanted
wouldn't
Jim
have the
Ratcliffe to
same
be part of
power.
it, innit? And whether he had a word in that, well, there you go. You get me? So, but he's kind of a maybe inclined because he's a Manchester lad and he gets it. Maybe that's why he should therefore come in. So, it wouldn't be
Some
surprising, bro,
joke
if he
thing.
had a couple of words behind the scenes. So,
Some joke
yeah,
thing. But
man.
you lot, yo, we're gonna redirect to Lee and Saeed's show. You get me? So do you know what I mean?
Come on.
You got a big afternoon still, and then we're back at 6 with Musa here, bruv. You get me? So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
man.
man.
We're
Musa, big up
active
Musa.
today, people. You know what I mean? So big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash up them likes, man. We got like 1.5K in here, bruv. We ain't even got 500
Come on, man.
likes. You
Like the
man are
video. Ah,
taking
you
the
lot,
piss.
man. Nah,
Do you
that's
know what I mean?
liberties.
You man
That's
can't be
liberties.
doing that, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It's like a little international break and that there's no football and that. But bro, listen, the likes help the channel grow, man. We're closing in on
Come on.
I think 88 now. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Hey, come on.
we're like
90K soon, man. By the end of January,
just
man.
over 100 away from 88K. So yeah, we're closing in on
Come
90K.
on.
So yo, run up them likes, people. Do you know what I mean? It helps the channel to go, to grow. And yeah, man. Man saying, am I doing a real watch along? We'll see, innit? Get the likes up, people. Do you know what I'm saying? Keep supporting the thing. I'm doing the show with Musa at 6. What time's the Real Madrid game? I'm guessing it's like 8 o'clock or something like that.
It's 8:30. 8:30,
Yeah.
you know? 8:30.
Possibly. I'll possibly do that. El Clasico still. I mean, not El Clasico, Madrid Derby. But yeah, potentially I'll do that as well. We'll see, innit? I'll see, people. But
Yeah.
run up them likes. We're going to send you over to Lee Gunner and Saeed now. And then I'll see you
Come on.
guys back here at 6.